So
you like leave your consciousness.
Oh, I've had something kind of like that, or kind of like a near-death experience. I've had like 2. One time I was skiing, or no, not skiing, tubing on a boat, and I got my foot tied underneath, or I got my foot tied and I was stuck underneath the raft for like 3 minutes. And when I was drowning, like I thought I was gonna die, but like it was the most peaceful thing ever. So that was like one of the first times I got really close to death. And the second time was when like I passed out. Like I was doing like the thing like where we made ourselves pass out.
Yeah, the
and
space
I smacked my head on a pipe at the yacht club. And I remember when after I hit this is what I experienced. I don't remember what was happening after the time I hit my head, but like I hit my head and then I was at like this boat place called the yacht club, and no one was there, and it was just me, and like everything just felt so calm, and I felt like I was one with everything. And like I walked outside, and like the sun was like crazy energy, and I felt super connected to the ocean.
Crazy energy,
and it was like the most peaceful thing ever. And then I looked up, and then this bright light came, and I was like, oh, like everything's gonna be okay. And then I woke up, and I had like 20 people around me, and like I hit my head on a metal pipe.
Yo, that's
like this
crazy.
Sucks. Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories. I've heard stories about people that like come back from being like dead. You know, they like spend a couple minutes being dead, and they say like just the smell of the world when they come back, it's like rancid. Like they say they want to throw up. Just kind of like the state they were in. It was so like tranquil. When they come back, they're like, oh, the actual physical world is like disgusting.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like
that's wild.
My stepdad's friend had like a heart attack, and he was pronounced dead for 40 minutes, and then came back alive. I mean, I think he said he didn't see anything, but like when he came back, he also said something like that, like the world seems so dirty. Like it was so weird.
Yeah, it's probably like a dream where it's just like you don't remember it when you wake up all the time.
I mean, the scary thing is like learning about like dimethyltryptamine, what it is. The only time like the chemical occurs naturally like in the human brain is when you're born, when you're dreaming, and when you die. So like having like flashbacks or like flashes before your eyes before you die, or like a heavenly experience, like that could be like the explanation of like DMT just going off in your brain everywhere and like helping you like die, sort of. Like I feel like that would be a good explanation as to like what heaven is.
Well, yeah,
and it's kind of scary to think about, but
there's a theory that like after you die, your brain activity is like it's still going off for like 12-13 minutes after you die. So like people's perception of heaven is just that brain activity going on. This dog's crazy.
Oh, and it's like slowed down or something, so to the person dying,
so it just feels like an eternity.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really know what I think about is going to go on in the afterlife. It's kind of scary to think about, like, because obviously it's going to happen and we don't know what's going to happen.
Nothing.
But also at the same time, when I think about nothingness, like when I've had surgery to get my wisdom teeth taken out and I was put on anesthesia, like it felt like this. Like it felt like a click. Like you're awake and then you're like, you fall asleep and you wake up again and it feels like an instant. You didn't even know what happens. So if that's what death is, I feel like that's kind of humbling and peaceful at the same time, because like you can't even comprehend what happens when it's happening.
Yeah, no, I've thought of that. Like,
whose phone's going off?
I got mine right here.
It's on me.
Random ghost phone.
Oh, the house is haunted. Get out.
Playing the Ouija board.
Ghosts on the Kladecast. Oh, first known sighting of
The
ghosts
new
on Kladecast.
title for it, Ghost Hunting on the Kladecast.
But like, what do you guys think happens after death? Do you guys think that there's a heaven? Do you guys think nothing happens?
I think you come back as something else. Like I feel like you're like either reborn as like another human, and like that's when like you have like those feelings that like you lived this thing before, like
deja vu.
Yeah, like deja vu. Like you feel like you've done something before, but like you really haven't. I feel like that's the same thing.
One thing about reincarnation is I did watch a video about this, and it's by this channel Cruz Carratala on YouTube, where it's with reincarnation, it's how many times do you reincarnate? Because with most reincarnate religions or whatever that believe in reincarnation, I don't know. I'm not the expert, but there's not really a limit to how much you reincarnate. So if you reincarnate infinitely, then you could literally be every single being on the planet, and just all of them are different lives.
I was just about to bring that up. Do you want to explain that, Cruz? Do you know about that, or do you want me to explain what the egg is?
I can try to explain it. It's basically saying that like every single person, every single like living experience on the earth throughout its entire history history has just been like one person, or like you, in other words, and you've just every single experience has just been you being reincarnated into different people. So there's really only like everything in the universe is just like a different version of you.
Yeah, Cruz put it. Yeah, you put it how I was gonna explain
I put
it. Yeah, you put it. But yeah, like everyone is like has been the same person. Everyone's experienced everything. But I don't. And then once like you kind of experience everything, I think like you become a different sort of being.
Yeah,
in,
you like
become a higher
evolve into a higher power or something.
It's like thinking of like something in the fifth dimension is just like so scary to think about.
I feel like that's more of just like a thought experiment than like an actual theory. But
I mean, if it's reincarnation, I guess that makes sense. Unless they're like, oh, you could reincarnate 10 times and you're done. But then it's like well, what's kind of the point of reincarnation? Because then you just like die.
Yeah, but I don't think like they believe like reincarnation is like
endgame. Because what if you're the 10th reincarnation? Then for you, there's no more reincarnation. It's just heaven or nothingness.